What is going on, guys? We are back with another week in the Packers from Primetime franchise. We are 1-4. 0-5 are the Vikings, though, so maybe we can pick up a win here. I believe last week we played against the Cowboys and lost 28-40. A little bit of a choke job that game. I mean, the run game just was too much for us. Hopefully we'll do a little bit better this week. We do have another tough team on the ground, but of course, I do not want to be reminded, EA. But of course, the Vikings offensive line nowhere near as great as the Cowboys. You can see here, just overall rating, we have him beat. And here, both teams' turnover differential not looking great. Our third down percentage is pretty damn good, though. We are around 50% conversion rate, which I'm not really sure how that compares to the league average, but that's got to be pretty decent. 50-50 chance. I'll take it every day of the week. I mean, with the way we've been playing, you would have thought we would have been under 30%. Here goes the game, though. First kick return, Jeromepkr, I believe, on the return, and he gets taken down well short of the average 25-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. The very first play. See if we can get something going early. 1st and 10, and he's looking to throw, and it's going to be intercepted on the very first pass. Jeromepkr, 4-6. We got the beat on him just barely. McKinney, man, he is a little slower than I would have thought when I traded for him, but he's still just good enough. There, a good throw. Got to try to, get back into the groove. I mean, it's so early in the game. It was the first play. Jesus, there goes Dalvin Cook getting hit pretty big there. 2nd and 10 from the 45-yard line. About 7 minutes left. And to the outside, the rookie, Kevin King, with the pick. There is a flag, but it really won't matter because it occurred after the interception. So, start with the ball at the 27-yard line. First play on offense. Doesn't seem like we can do anything wrong. Ty Montgomery finds a crease for 31 yards. And another first down, or the first down, first down of the game. And here comes a shot over the middle. Davante Adams, a good 16, 17-yard gain on the play. 1st and 10, 25 yards away to the outside. Lance Kendricks. And there he goes, a touchdown from 25 yards out. Looking pretty solid as a team so far from the 18-yard line again. And there's some pressure. There's a fumble recovered, but he goes backwards all the way down to the 5. I believe that was Kenny Clark on the play, making one hell of one. Speaking of, 2nd and 23, down the middle of the field. And Jeromepkr, AI this time, swatting the ball away. Good awareness there. 3rd and 23, got a hold down the fort, and there it is. Jeromepkr with another pick. 2 users on the game so far already from us with McKinney. Mike Daniels, he's been forcing some pressure. Kenny Clark, just about everyone on the D-line except for who else but Clay Matthews. Here, a little bit of pressure, but we find a wide open Aaron Ripkowski, and just like that, we already have 21 points, and it's not even halfway through the first quarter. 1st and 10, finding a little bit of room, and speaking of Clay, there he is. That's usually what he does. Someone gets injured on the play. I believe it was one of our safeties. I think it's only cramps, though, so we'll be fine. 2nd and 3, I'm user on the D-line, and I look horrendous there. And, of course, he is starting Sam Bradford, who isn't the greatest arm in the world. I don't know where Teddy Bridgewater is, if he traded him or he's just not starting him. And there, more pressure, this time from Nick Perry, just running base stuff. Here, going for the fair catch, getting hit. Surprised it wasn't a penalty, but it is what it is. Doesn't really matter too much. Ty Montgomery to the outside from the 43-yard line. Just all the blocks in the world for some reason. I don't know if James Carpenter is just a monster or what's the story, but ever since we got him, everything's been looking up. Thanks to the Jets for that trade. We lost Blake Martinez in the trade, but I think it was a fair trade for both teams. Middle linebacker is an issue for us, but we have some youngsters that are fast. And, of course, offensive line, David Bakhtiari's coming back soon. We're going to have one hell of an offensive line. Kenny Clark, 2nd sack of the game already, and it's only 3 minutes in the third. The first. What is going on in this game? And here comes a tip pick. And Nicholson, the guy that was hurt with cramps earlier, returns into the game and gets a deflection interception. Ty Montgomery finding room and just another walk-in touchdown. I don't know if we just match up well or what's the story, but the Vikings are not looking good. I come with pressure, and Kevin King gets another interception. And here, we're already to the point where we're trying not to run up the score. 35-0. I mean, there's really no point. I know some other people in the league might want to do that, but I don't know. It's not me. I might try to get first downs, and if someone, if it gives me a wide open play and it ends up being a touchdown, it is what it is, but I'm not blatantly trying to score. And there you go, Ripkowski getting room and then some on 3rd and 8. Great play so far. Rodgers 4 for 4 to the outside. Ty Montgomery finding some room, and I mean, there's really nothing I could do there. I ran a simple dive, and I was able to cut it back all the way for a touchdown. What can I do, Here he runs it, makes a mistake, and he doesn't know what to do. Hit stick fumble and recovered by Nicholson again, and we don't go into the end zone from the 2-yard line now. 2nd and goal. I'm just trying to run halfback or fullback dive, and somehow we get the crease there. Aaron Ripkowski with another touchdown. I believe he's on to 2 this game already, maybe 3. 1st and 10. Finally running the ball. That's really been his huge missing piece, especially with a great core behind him. There you go. 3rd run from scrimmage, and Dalvin Cook gets a cut move. He's got room down the field. It's still early in this game. I mean, almost impossible to come back from. What a shoestring, by the way, from, I believe, William Gay. 1st and goal, and look at Latavius Murray. That is some effort on him. 1st and 10, cutting back. We now have benched a good portion of the team. We benched Jordy. We benched, Martellus Bennett, I believe. We benched Ty Montgomery. Kept Rodgers in, though, because Rodgers hasn't really thrown for any yards. So at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. And we're getting actually a little bit of yards with, Aaron Jones. Run a couple of fullback dives, go nowhere, obviously, and Ty gets taken down. Once again, try not to run up the score too much. Also, trying to waste the clock a little bit. You don't want the game to be, 200-7 or something like that, 200-30, and everyone yell at you and run up the stats. Because at the end of the day, if I was playing this bad, which to be fair, I don't know if I could ever, no offense, but I mean, that's all I'm saying. Mike Daniels pick. I don't think I could ever really do this bad, but at the end of the day, if I were to do this bad, I would hate if someone ran up the score on me. And I mean, here you could see, I haven't run up the score. It's just, we're starting with the ball within the 20-yard line every single time, and even some of the plays were actual touchdowns. Like Nicholson recovered the ball at the 2. I got a pick 6 with McKinney right away. McKinney another pick at the 20. A lot of plays where we start off early, and Ripkowski for 3 touchdowns. And I promise you, no more touchdowns this game. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing for you guys watching, but no more touchdowns this game. And look at the fumble recovery. Oh my Lord, Jordy Nelson recovers it, and we kind of take a knee at the 10. 1st and goal, Aaron Jones to the outside, and he has the crease, easy touchdown, but like I said, no more touchdowns. Gonna just kneel. Video glitches out there. Maybe Elgato needs to take a kneel next time. And start of the 2nd quarter, or the 2nd half, we do have the ball. So, I mean, that kind of tells you how well of a game we're having. 3rd and goal, just throwing it underneath. Really, I'm trying to get completions for Rodgers at this point. Not really yards. I just want to get, his completions up, his percentage up. Maybe stat pad the completion percentage a little bit, which there's nothing wrong with that at all. You try to get confidence at the end of the day. Ooh, what a hit by Clinton Diggs. At the end of the day, Rodgers isn't really used to throwing the ball this week because really hasn't needed to. And there, mistake on the play, I believe, by Josh Jones, the gunner. Ends up letting the ball touch him, and there you go. The Vikings have another shot, and Dalvin Cook really just getting bullied out here. Had a couple of decent runs, but really the defense has been smothering. You can see there. I think the problem is the pressure. Just the blocking hasn't been great. Like I say, the blocking hasn't been great, and it was actually really good there. When the blocking, you're not getting that much time, it's going to hurt you big time. Here you go. Rodgers has room. I had him wide open, but I want to give him a chance. That's really what it is for me after I get a big lead. I want to give him a chance to make a play, and nobody was on him, and I was about to get hit. Going to protect Rodgers anytime I can. Here, going to take a shot, and Dupree gets the touchdown catch. But obviously, we're not going to take the touchdown. That would be the biggest sleaze move ever, and of course, we're just going to kneel. I mean, I hope it doesn't hurt my opponent's feelings when I kneel, but it's just, we've seen, even when I run predictable runs or runs that really shouldn't work, they end up working anyways. Dalvin Cook getting a crease there. That is a little embarrassing for the defense. And 2nd and 9 from the 45-yard line. The run game's starting to work a little bit. If he would have ran this the first, maybe 1st or 2nd pick, the game would have been completely different. I had to throw that one in there. Look at that open field tackle. Bernard McKinney was one hell of a trade for us. We lost Burnett, but at the end of the day, I really like Josh Jones, obviously. here on 2nd and 11. Jones getting a first down. A lot of Jones on the team. I think we have like 3 or 4, and that would pretty much end the game. We would kneel it away from there. And a solid win, 59-7. We have the Saints coming up next week. That's a tough matchup, and in real life, the Packers usually struggle with the Saints. We'll see if we also do the same. You can see 49 points in the first quarter. I mean, we absolutely went off this game. It's not even a question. And we were just really efficient, running the ball extremely well. The play action obviously set up from there, really no issue. Every single play we had was a play action play. I also mentioned a stat in the league, because obviously I was a little proud of myself. I mentioned a stat where I think I only threw to main stars on the team twice, maybe 3 times, totaling less than 30 yards. So, the kind of backups really shined in this game. Obviously, the defense shined the most. 8 takeaways. I mean, no team's going to win off of that. That is just impossible to come back from. And, early on, it's, when you get down like that, 1 for 13, when you get down like that, it's just going to happen. You're not going to have it. And I'm happy that we won 2-4. Not a great record, but at the end of the day, still an early season. Still an early season. There you go. The stats, like I said, really didn't throw to anyone named. The defense, though, they just completely balled out. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, we have the Saints next week. Hopefully you guys enjoy that. A rebuild tomorrow also. So, lots of good content on the channel. And, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!